Welcome to your extra shot. I am Carlos Diaz. Don't mention her jeans. Don't mention her jeans.
Hey,
Jalea is here. You can.
No, you know, if I just put the...
I love it. Exactly. So Jalea's Casual Friday. So I'm like, let me go Casual Friday by taking my tie off.
As long as you got business up top, casual on the bottom. Yeah, so I feel like jeans are appropriate on Friday, right?
Oh, totally.
Okay.
No, you look great.
Okay.
There you go. So Jalea was out dodging traffic all morning.
A little bit, yeah.
By the way, I mean, yeah, one of those stand-ups you were doing, you had a semi coming up on you.
Yes,
big
because
time.
he was like, I'm not going to make it under this overpass and just turn around in the middle of the street. And then at one point there was cars that decided to just rev up their engine. People were just, I don't know, just wired this morning. I don't know if they had some extra coffee or if they didn't have enough coffee. I don't know. But yeah, it was a lot going on today.
So we're talking about the North Split problems, the traffic problems downtown. So, I mean, this is going to be going on for quite some time.
A long time. So we're only about a month in now, been a couple of weeks, this North Split construction project. A lot of you, I'm sure you can relate, seeing some really big traffic headaches. And this is because a lot of interstate traffic just isn't taking the official detour, the detour you're supposed to be taking. And so rush hour seems to be causing most of the problems. There were some problems this morning, but like I'm sure it doesn't even compare to what you see on your commute home. And that's when you see more of semis getting off the interstate at Ohio Street. Because of the construction, they're making a detour there and getting back on at the Washington Street exit. That's where we were this morning. Now, some semi-truck drivers don't think it's easier to cut, or they do think it's easier actually to cut through downtown. And so that's why it's slowing down the traffic on some of the local roads. Drivers already losing their patience for sure.
Who else would think it'd be a bright idea to do all the road construction everywhere in one little area?
It's been super busy right here specifically, like getting to 70 or like getting down south has been backed up with trucks.
And so DPW says that they do have engineering teams. They're studying these traffic patterns and they're trying to see if anything needs to be adjusted. And they also claim that semis should not have to go downtown throughout this closure, but as we see, they are, especially in some spots. I feel like there's just one particular spot they're supposed to be going through downtown, which is from Ohio Street to Washington Street. They're saying they shouldn't be other places downtown, but it's happening.
But they should be getting off on 465 and going around the city rather than going through the city, and that's the main problem right there. That's because they're getting, and then they're jamming everything up
I think
downtown.
they got a shortcut. Yeah,
exactly. So, you know, of course, there's going to be detours. That you can find the detours at WTHR.com. Let's go to some of our questions and comments. We got a lot of good mornings on this Friday morning. Charlie, Joyce, Chris, Sherry, Ryan, Becky, Glenn, Tim, Susan, all saying good morning. Bruce saying good morning to Carlos, Angelia. I love it when you put our names in there. That's awesome. And Becky says a year ago our truckers were essential. Please give them a break.
I mean, they're still essential.
No, they're totally essential. And we're not saying that. We're just saying that, you know, maybe, and you know, obviously there's truck drivers that are local and also that are national, but get the word out that, you know, going around 465 is the way to go. And because you have to think to yourself, okay, if you're driving, is it shorter to go? Is it a shorter amount of time to go around 465 or go through downtown and hit those side streets? And if there's going to be enough traffic there, those truck drivers are going to say, to heck with this, we're going to go around the city
And people
anyway.
drive differently. I know I do. Like when you get if you get in between like two semi-trucks, you're a little nervous, you drive differently. And I feel like that's kind of that's why there's so much like stopping and starting on the street too. So.
All right, you're just going to take every story. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. We're going to talk about the Indy Humane Society. So they want to clear the clear the shelters of kittens tomorrow. So they actually have so many kittens right now that need good homes. You do have to register in advance to attend, but when you get there, there will be plenty of kittens to choose from.
Oh, we have dozens of kittens, dozens and dozens. We have kittens who are available for adoption now. We have kittens who will be available especially at this adoption event on Saturday. And then we also have dozens more kittens in foster homes now who are too young to be spayed, neutered, vaccinated, but they'll be available for adoption throughout the summer.
So you can actually register by going to the Indy Humane website or their Facebook page. You do have to pay $40 in advance, though. All kittens will be spayed and neutered and receive all of their shots. I feel like I'm going to get some viewer comments on this one, but I don't really like cats.
You don't like cats? You're a dog person?
Well, actually, I'm a kitten person.
Yeah,
I'm a kitten
get
person,
old.
but like I'm not really. I would play with a kitten, but I'm just not like, oh, I want to go adopt a cat. But I
Right.
would entertain a kitten before I would be like, oh, I just never really see myself as a cat person. at
Kelly
all.
Green has got a baseball bat in her hand.
Oh, no,
yeah,
she's
you
coming.
Don't talk bad about cats around Kelly Green.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not
Oh, here she
talking bad
comes.
about any cats.
Here she comes. Kelly
I'm not
Green's-
talking
she's
bad
gonna come
about
out
him.
here.
I'm
It's
just
gonna be
like, like
a
would
rumble.
I see myself? Are you a kitten person?
I'm a dog person.
Okay.
I mean, everyone loves kittens.
Yes,
You can't go wrong.
I
Yeah.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
All right, so real quick here, a lot of people, we're getting a lot of people online telling us to lay off truckers.
Yes.
We are not saying bad things about truckers.
No.
Okay, we're not. What we're saying is that because the cars and trucks are not taking the proper detour around the city, you're getting a lot of traffic downtown. So that's the issue. And there was an issue this morning with a truck driver who didn't think he could make it under an overpass and then was kind of stuck.
I mean, if he could not have made it under the underpass, like that would have been a hot mess. So I think that he was trying to and I saw at least 2 trucks do this. I think they were trying to not make a bigger traffic jam. He didn't think that he might make the clearance, so they were stopping and making U-turns, which would have been fine, except for the fact that the downtown, it was just a congested area.
Right.
So people,
We're not saying anything bad about truck
Not at all.
drivers at all, or trucks in general. We're just saying that there is a detour around the city.
Don says, remember when everything disappeared off the shelves and you appreciated the truck drivers? We're saying we appreciate them. We need them to be able to do what they need to do and not be blocking traffic and all that good
Joyce
stuff. So
says
we want to get out of their way
without truckers, we'd all be in trouble.
Exactly.
I agree. I have a really good friend who's a truck driver. Shout out to JP Wilson. Daniel Moore says what we need. So Daniel Moore has a solution. This actually happened a few years ago when there was other construction. What we need is to have police stop a lot of the truckers who are going through downtown and remind them that 465 is a good way to bypass Indianapolis. So yeah, there we go. All right. So here's the thing. The Olympic diving trials are happening here in Indianapolis, and there are quite a few Hoosier swimmers to cheer them on. So we'd like to invite you to watch the swimming trials live on Sunday night. We'll have a big screen set up in the Midtown Plaza in Carmel. The Carmel Swim Club and other fans will be there to watch from 7 to 10. You can join them and cheer the Team USA on. If you're wondering if I will be there, I'd love to be there. Yet I have to go to bed at 7 p.m. on Sunday night to be up on Monday morning.
Story.
I don't want to hear it. I mean, listen, you want to give me Monday off? I'll be there all night having beverages with the crowd.
No, you just need to get coffee as a beverage on Monday, and you'll be fine.
Oh,
just
really?
Go out there.
See?
Yeah.
20-something, 50-something. See this? This is what happened here.
The Olympics are so fun, though. I think that that's the best way to do it. I think that's why. And I think that's why the Olympics are so fun, anyways, because we're all watching the same thing.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
I think we should have tons of watch. I think during the Olympics we should have watch. I've always said that for Sunday Night Football when it's on NBC, why don't we have watch parties like in Carmel, Greenwood, Avon? Have huge watch parties. We need to do more watch parties.
Well, we know why we didn't have any watch
parties. But you need to give me the next day off, okay?
Okay.
Give me Monday morning off.
You're asking for a lot.
I can't do the 2-hour sleep turnaround there.
You're doing a lot. It's just, you just make it happen.
All right, so I gave you a cat story. How about a dog story?
Okay, let's talk about a dog story then. So something very cool actually is happening with Butler University's mascot, Blue. Actually, 2 Blues will be featured on a Netflix show, and our John Duran tells us how the dogs and their handlers got involved in this show.
They're the big dogs on campus.
I likened it to having George Clooney on a leash and walking him around like I couldn't get anywhere.
But only one can wear the collar on game day.
What's going to be emotional is watching that hour of basically the most emotional year of our lives play out on the TV screen along with the rest of the country.
Season 2 of Dogs, a Netflix series, followed Butler Blue III, or Trips' final year as the Bulldogs mascot into the passing of the collar to Butler Blue IV.
When it came time for Trip to retire, it stuck with a lot of people. People were very sad and upset, and it happened, and that's just the lifestyle of this mascot program.
It was not only a dog transition, it was a handler transition, and it meant that after a decade and a half of holding that leash, I was done. I made it to the finish line as well, and that was also bittersweet. I've got a growing family, so it was time to do that, but it was a big part of my life for a long time, and so it was tough.
Michael Kaltenmark was involved in the live mascot program at Butler when it started back in 2000 as a student. He went on to become the handler of Butler Blue II and Butler Blue III. Early last year, Kaltenmark passed the leash to his protege, Evan Kraus.
If you would have asked me my sophomore year at Butler what I wanted to do when I grew up, I would have told you I wanted to be the handler of Butler Blue the Fourth. So that was really a dream 7 years in the making for me. But unfortunately, for my dream to come true, someone else has had to end.
There was no trepidation in handing off the leash to Evan. I'm like, I took it to here, he's gonna take it to here.
Away from the court, Trip and Blue are best friends. And their handlers stay close as well.
He became more of a friend than I thought a supervisor or boss could ever be. So much so that our families go on vacations together now. We have dinner with each other regularly.
There's quite a few years between us, but we've become good friends, and frankly, we're like family.
I'm going best live mascot in Indiana is Blue. And, best mascot overall, Boomer and Blue and Blue. So Blue for the Colts and then Blue for the Butler Bulldogs.
How are you rating this?
I'm actually comparing a live dog to a fake horse and a fake panther.
That's what I was wondering. How,
well,
I'm sure.
I've got my own system.
I'm not disagreeing.
I
I'm
could
just saying.
explain it to you, but your head would explode.
Maybe so. Yeah, I don't know if I have time for all of that today. I just was wondering.
Okay,
as long as I know there's a method to your madness, that's all I need to know.
All right. Did you call me madness? All right. So listen, here's the thing. So you're from the South.
Yes.
I want to get the state right.
Not this South though.
Okay. Well,
I have to specify.
So you cannot.
I have to specify because there's
Florida's not the South. It's its own country.
It's its own thing. There's nothing like Florida. Yeah.
So a Florida post office got an unexpected guest. Let's take a look.
Oh my God.
A 7-foot-long alligator somehow got inside the post office in the middle of the night. A customer dropping off a package was the first to spot him, and then they probably freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they called the sheriff, and who called the trapper. The trapper got there, took care of everything. They don't think anyone let the gator inside. They think it got out on its own, like it found the keys. But apparently they didn't lock the front doors, and the front doors opened automatically.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Every time we read this story, I get a new question. So now my question is, I know it got in because the doors were open automatically, but if a customer was the first to spot it, why did an employee not see it first?
Maybe you're not looking that far. Shawshank Redemption.
Was
you never
their
look at a man's
Monday that
shoes.
bad that they just were like,
yeah, you're like, listen.
just got to get these, yeah.
Well, it's also Florida. They got,
they were like,
gator.
They probably thought it was their coworker.
Gator.
Yeah,
no,
they were like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get paid enough to.
Oh my God, that is there.
He went all gator inside.
Yeah.
No, but because when you can go into the to the lobby of post office to put stamps, buy stamps automatically, and also to put your letters in the envelope.
Yeah.
This is my thing. But yeah, exactly. So, maybe the gator was just like, all right, and just kind of went in there and just kind of hanging out. So, hey, you have any big weekend plans?
Do I have any big?
You work on the weekends.
Yeah, but I am off on Sunday.
Okay.
My big weekend plans, I will probably sleep until about 6 a.m. And then exactly. And then from there, I don't know, maybe brunch.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Listen, in the comment section below, just invite Julia to brunch.
Yes.
And there you go. You guys can.
Yeah. Tell me where to go.
There you go. All right. For Julia Brooks, I am merely Carlos Diaz. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. You'll see here tomorrow on Sunrise.
Get up.
All right. Take it easy, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.